This is the most powerful car in the world. And it's not because of what's underneath the hood, but because of the people who sit inside it. Welcome to the most expensive, the most luxurious, and quite possibly the most legendary Toyota that you can buy in India, the Toyota Land Cruiser GR Sport. For over 70 years, the Land Cruiser hasn't just transported people, it's transported power. Politicians, bureaucrats, presidents, and even militias have used the Land Cruiser as their mode of transport. And while the rear seat of the Land Cruiser is where many owners would prefer to be, for me personally, it's all about being behind the wheel. Now, even though most people will end up using this car in the city, that's not where it's truly meant to be. Before we find out what's it like to drive around town, let's first understand why the Land Cruiser became a legend in the first place. This is where the Land Cruiser's legacy was written. It wasn't written on highways or racetracks. The Land Cruiser's legacy was built in places like the Dakar or off-roading situations and places where other cars cannot go. And the best part about driving the Land Cruiser on an off-road terrain is that it doesn't feel dramatic at all. In fact, the most impressive part is that it is so undramatic because it has a full off-road suite with literally anything that you would want in an off-road situation. The car does most of the work for you, and that is proper luxury. And this GR Sport isn't just another Land Cruiser with a couple of extra badges stuck on it. It gets 3 differentials, one in the middle and one at each axle. It gets adaptive suspension called Toyota's Electronic Kinetic Dynamic Suspension System, EKDSS. Quite the mouthful. It has longer suspension travel and better wheel articulation. Then there's the electronics. Crawl control works like off-road cruise control, automatically managing the brakes while you simply focus on the steering. Hill start assist prevents the vehicle from rolling back on steep inclines, while downhill assist keeps your speed in check during descents. Meanwhile, the various different terrain modes continuously optimize this gigantic SUV for whatever surface you drive on. It's crazy how this is a luxury SUV, yet it can tackle all of this without even breaking a sweat. And while most luxurious SUVs might piss their pants if they see an obstacle like this, the Land Cruiser doesn't hesitate. Those luxury SUVs might take you to luxurious resorts or 5-star hotels, but the Land Cruiser will literally take you in Mother Nature's own lap. Now, of course, we did some land cruising with the Land Cruiser, and while the car hasn't taken a beating as such, the paint kind of has. And that's where today's sponsor Prismax's Speed Gloss comes in. But before we can use it, we need to wash the car. Now that the car is clean, let's apply a layer of Speed Gloss.
This isn't just another detailing spray. It's an advanced ceramic-infused coating that gives your car an instant deep gloss while adding a protective hydrophobic layer over the paint. That means mud, grime, water, and road dirt doesn't stick nearly as easily, making your next wash a whole lot simpler.
Now your car has a slick layer of ceramic coating, incredible shine and protection for your next adventure. Since the Land Cruiser is now already clean, let's see if I can get it more dirty. And while the normal Land Cruiser is known for politicians and bureaucrats and other powerful people, this GR Sport is for somebody like me. You have blacked out bits all across the car, you have black wheels which look super mean, and you also get more aggressive bumpers all around. And overall, it's just a look optimized for the enthusiast.
But once you've experienced off-roading with the Land Cruiser, driving it on the road feels like a piece of cake.
Once you start driving this thing in the city, you start to understand that even though this is a gigantic SUV, almost 5 meters long and 2 meters wide, once you start driving it, it kind of shrinks around you. It's fairly easy to place around, and the best part is, since it's so gigantic, the traffic, well, essentially clears itself for you. And this type of road presence, only few SUVs can realistically match. The Land Cruiser has a couple of different driving modes. Currently, I'm in comfort mode, and honestly speaking, the suspension is fantastic. It irons out the bumps like nothing else, and you basically don't even feel small cracks, undulations that are on the road. Now, this is an SUV which is built on a ladder-on-frame chassis, but it doesn't feel agricultural whatsoever. In fact, the way it goes down the road is very sophisticated, and that is what you should expect from a car which is priced at, well, over 2 crore rupees. This gigantic SUV is powered by a 3.3-litre twin-turbocharged V6 diesel engine, and it makes 309 horsepower and 700 Newton meters of torque, and you can feel each and every one of those torques. This is not the type of car where you have to floor it to overtake someone. Just squeeze the throttle a little bit and this car will pick up pace like nothing else. This diesel torque is truly addictive. Paired to this engine is a 10-speed automatic gearbox, and that is a lot of gears, and when you're in a city driving situation like this automatic gearbox does hesitate from time to time. Now, when you're on the move at cruising speeds, it's seamless, but in city driving conditions, some of the European rivals that this car has tend to shift gears a little bit better. It's not a deal breaker, but it is something that you will notice. Now, Toyotas of recent are known for their amazing and super fuel efficient hybrid systems. But the Land Cruiser doesn't come with it. It just comes with a honking great diesel engine. And if you think it's going to give the same amount of fuel efficiency as its hybrid counterparts, well, think again, because this thing chugs through diesel. Now, the fuel efficiency isn't that bad, but trust me, it is going to chug through diesel like nobody's business. But if you're buying a Land Cruiser, you're already paying, well, almost 2.5 crore rupees. So I don't think you're going to have any problem filling its 80-litre tank at any given point in time. As with all modern luxury cars, you need to have a good safety suite, and the Toyota Land Cruiser does have one. It has Toyota's Safety Sense 3.0, which has a bunch of stuff like pre-collision warning, front collision warning, bunch of ADAS features. I mean, who really cares? And honestly, this part of the script was written by Bhavneet. If you're really interested, everything's written on the screen, so pause now. And after all of that off-roading, you'd expect the cabin to be somewhat rugged, but it's actually quite the opposite, and the GR Sport takes it up a notch even more so. You get these really fancy red and black seats with red stitching. You have soft touch materials all across the car, including the dashboard. You have metallic buttons, and the best part is a lot of luxury manufacturers nowadays have started putting all of their controls in one singular massive screen. But not in the Land Cruiser. As you can see, the center console is filled with buttons, which makes it very easy to use the infotainment and other shortcut buttons on the move. Talking about the infotainment, this is a 12.3-inch infotainment system with Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and a full off-roading suite. You also get a fully digital instrument cluster, and again, this being a Toyota, the build quality is basically second to none. If you judge the Land Cruiser purely as a luxury SUV, it might fall short compared to its European rivals in terms of handling, in terms of engine, in terms of looks, and a bunch of other things. But let me be honest, the Land Cruiser isn't built to impress on the spec sheet or win a comparo test. This thing is built to last and survive the test of time. And if luxury means that you can literally go anywhere without worrying anything, well, the Land Cruiser is the literal definition of luxury, because no other rival can come close to its durability, reliability and capabilities as well. The Land Cruiser is truly in its own segment, and if you want a car which can literally take you anywhere without any sort of hassle, look no further than the Land Cruiser 300 GR Sport.